I wake up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a nocturnal guy, and I find news that just yeah, kind of caught me off guard. Netflix has put in a $82.7 billion bid to buy Warner Brothers. You guys don't know who Warner Brothers is? Well, obviously that's shocking. Looney Tunes, for example, DC, for example, um, HBO, they own. Cartoon Network, they own. Like, just if you could think of like some franchise that's not specifically Disney, there's a good chance that you're thinking about Warner Bros. And it's crazy. Netflix, a company at one point was asking, ironically enough, Blockbuster for money. It's now coming to the table of buying a huge company like Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers just not too long ago actually did a merger where they merged with Discovery Channel, if you remember them. I remember for like shows like Gold Rush and Sons of Gun because of unfortunate circumstance with that guy who was in charge of that show. But anyway, basically, Warner Brothers now looks like they're going to take in the Netflix offer into consideration. I don't know if the deal's gone through yet. I don't know if they've said yes. Although, if that's the case, if people are using the headlines buy in Warner Brothers, I'm assuming they've said yes. So that's crazy. Like, the Warner Brothers had so much underneath their belt. Like, it's insane. Like, I mean, that's why I say this. Like, you could go back to the 90s and like any show you could think of, like Ed, Ed and Eddie, Looney Tunes, for example, Dexter's Laboratory, Courage the Calorie Dog, stuff like that. Even like Adult Swim, it shows like Rick and Morty. They own Netflix will now own these shows, and that's crazy. And what's even crazier is when you realize they essentially bought really their second biggest competition, Netflix. They bought their second biggest competition, and that being HBO Max. Now it kind of leads into the question of what happens to HBO Max now. Will HBO Max go under? Will it be absorbed into Netflix itself, or will it be there's a million questions. There's a million questions about this acquisition, even if like the FTC will allow this to happen, because it's pretty massive. Warner Brothers, just like I said, I keep saying they own so much, and I think the sale itself is it's ground shaking. It's definitely ground shaking. It's definitely something I didn't expect to see. I mean, I know for a fact that Warner Brothers for years now has been kind of struggling to get their foot into like getting some stuff, but honestly, I thought things were starting to make a little bit of a turnaround, but now it's just like, nope, get bought by Netflix. Somehow the massive giant fish got eaten up by a fish that started off smaller, that expanded and ate the damn sucker. And all this is just to basically fuck with Disney, because Disney has one successful movie of the year. Netflix like, ha ha ha, K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, that's kind of the money that K-pop Demon Hunters pulled in. And it's like, it was pulling in that kind of money. And even shows like smaller shows like Big Mouth and BoJack Horseman, BoJack Horseman is a great show. I'm not so much a fan of Big Mouth. Still brought in a lot of people, and Netflix is now the biggest fish in the pond. I would say, again, depending if this all 100% goes through, which more than likely looks like it will be the case. That means that Netflix would own more IP than Disney, which is crazy when you actually think about that. Like, Disney at one point was probably looking at Netflix like they're not a threat. Now they are a threat. They are the biggest threat. You guys realize something? This is what I just thought about. Because Warner Brothers does a deal with not TNA, AEW every year, where they have they negotiate a contract deal. I think it actually is like every couple of years. That means Netflix would own stakes into AEW and WWE at the same time. remember, Netflix just got Monday Night Raw, and not that long ago. And now the rumor is, because ESPN's not happy with the pay-per-view numbers, odds are, and this is the rumor I've heard, is that maybe WWE will go back to Netflix and just let them handle the pay-per-views going forward. That's crazy. And remember, Warner Brothers just not that long ago announced that pay-per-views on Max will be available also on AEW pay-per-views will be available on Max. What if Netflix just decides, hey, we want that on Netflix? That means when there's a WWE pay-per-view possibly happening, that means there's a good chance there'd be an AEW pay-per-view going on at the same time. That'd be pretty crazy, right? But yeah, so that's the news. Warner Bros. Getting bought out by Netflix. Let me know what you guys think about it. Personally, I'm a little concerned because now we're heading towards mega consolidation companies, and I don't like a lot of my entertainment being owned by one company. But, you know, at the same fucking time, I'm a Sony guy, so not really fucking my place to say. So until next time, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Bye.